because last time I checked, I can't even have a friend that's a boy, and you kind of have to marry a boy. Except if you want me to marry a girl, then yeah, maybe that will work easily. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, you're welcome. My name is Bello, and in this channel we talk about lifestyle, we talk about relationship, we talk about life, everything in between. So many things. There is never a dull moment in this channel. Why am I looking at this side? Okay. There is never a dull moment on this channel. It's all good vibe, positive vibe, and we'll always learn a thing or two from every video that I make. Alright, so you can go ahead and subscribe. It's okay, you're safe, and it's free. So today's video is just a chit chat on being an adult, growing up, and the whole juice on adulthood and all of that, and how life does not really prepare you for adulthood. So yeah, first of all, I would like to say, if you are not living alone yet, like if you don't have an apartment and you're not by yourself, probably with a friend, or you're sharing a rent or something, if you're not just out of your parents' house, you can't say that you're an adult yet. You can't say that you're experiencing the adult life, because being an adult comes with owning your own apartment, moving out of your parents' house. You cannot fully understand until you're out. You can tell me that, okay, fine, some people are actually earning salary, they're working, they're actually being responsible, but they're still living with their parents. You can't compare working and still having to save like all of your money, or just you just buy groceries when you want to buy stuff in the house, just give your mom some money. It's totally different when you're literally living all by yourself. Trust me, it's a whole nother level, having to think about saving money for rent, for your food and all of that. Because when you're still in your parents' house, you kind of still are kind of entitled to food and light, water, all those basic kind of thing, and nobody's really gonna bug you about it, like, hey, bring money for water, or bring money for NEPA bill, or hey, bring money for food. Your parents are not really gonna bug you like that, or ask you so many questions about food and all of that, all of those stuff. But when you're on your own, you're not even going to want to ask your parents for money for food or money for light bill or water. Your pride begins to set in. And that's when you actually truly start being an adult, when you have to take care of yourself, make your decisions by yourself, when to go out, you're going out time, you're coming out, when you wake up. Living alone or by yourself is actually going to test your values. And all those things you felt like, I'm not gonna do this, no, I can't do this, or you've not really had opportunities to do certain things because you're under your parents, you're at home, you're under their guidance, and you still have curfew, you can't come home late, all those things. When you're living alone, your values are going to be tested, because you're free to do whatever you want to do. Now it's not left to you, are you gonna do this or not? Like, who are you really? All those times that you're in secondary school, you're in university, all those rules that are set for you, time for class, time for this, time to wake up, you have class by 8 a.m. School is kind of a little bit of freedom, but not all freedom, because all free, because you still have to go to class, you have to do so many things, you have a schedule. But now you're on your own, you're living by your own terms. Nobody's telling you gotta come home by this time. So in between all of that, like, you can literally go out and come back anytime. You can literally leave your house and go visit someone for a week, and your parents don't even know where you are. And that's when your values are really gonna be tested, and that's when your brain is really gonna work faster, because you're gonna save money for rent, you're gonna save money for life, you're gonna pay bills, you're gonna pay monthly bills, and are you making enough to sustain yourself? For me, normally, what I do, how I ask money from my parents is, I just write lists and just drop it in my father's desk, and like, I need this, I need this, I need this, I need this. And the money comes. And I didn't really know it was really hard making money. And my dad used to say something, one day you're gonna really learn that making money is not that easy. And I'll just be like, when the time comes, I'll be rich. Oh, what a child I was. I'm really laughing at myself right now. I was really a child. It's not easy making money. So now, if I really want to ask for money, I'm like, okay, does this man have money? Or like, I'll be more considerate. But before I wasn't. I was just gonna ask for money and that's it. Provided I'm your daughter. I didn't bring myself to this world, did I? Hello. So yeah, adulthood takes away all your unnecessary entitlements. If your parents send you money now, you'll be like, thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thanks for pitying me. I really needed money. But pride do not allow me to ask you. Your pride have reduced. But all those times that you're still at home is feeling feeling yourself and all of that. Adulthood is hard. It's a different ballgame. And if you're not living alone, I'm sorry, but I cannot really call you an adult. I can't really say that you're ready for the real world or you're ready for the real life. I just feel like you're still chilling. Well, you've graduated from one level of childhood to another, but you're still not yet an adult. I'm not going to call you an adult if you're not living by yourself or paying your rent in some way or another. Another very annoying thing about adulthood is life partner. Guys, your parents are gonna begin to ask you funny questions. And you're like, no, I'm still a baby. You're like, when did I leave you, bosom daddy? Also asking me about her husband. And especially in this part of the country, especially our mothers, God bless our mothers, but they can be a lot, especially when it comes to asking you about husband. And I'm like, no, like my mom will literally just turn a very normal conversation into a marriage talk. Few weeks ago I was at home for my grandma's burial, and then my mom was like, you know what, I'm so glad you're coming home. We're going to have a talk, we're going to talk about so many things. Oh, guys, immediately I heard that, I felt like not even going home again because I knew what she was going to talk about and I wasn't even ready for it. Like, I just don't, I'm not even still a baby. Ugh. Well, I'm not a baby. I'm a girl. I'm an adult. Hello? Hello? Not a baby. But I'm not a baby, but I know that nobody should be something about marriage issues. Like, oh my god, mothers are going to annoy you when it comes to relationship talk. And it's so funny because my background, I came from the kind of family that you're not really allowed to date. You're not allowed to date. You're not allowed to even like a boy. I wish you guys understand the depths to which I'm talking. You can't even like a boy. What a boy? A boy can't even hold your hands. You will die. My mommy, your parents will kill you if they can't. What? No. Opposite sex. And they've stopped you from mingling with boys for a very long time. You can have a boyfriend. You can't even have a friend that is a boy. You can't. My dad used to say something. You can't say a boy is your friend. Why? How would a boy be your friend? Isn't that someone like me that will not have a boyfriend or date someone? So I come from that kind of background, and boom, all of a sudden you're 23. Boom, you're 24. Boom, you're 25, and they want you to bring a husband. And I'm like, okay, where am I gonna find him? Because last time I checked, I can't even have a friend that's a boy. And you kind of have to marry a boy. Except if you want me to marry a girl, then yeah, maybe that will work easily. You want me to marry a man, and I'm not even allowed to have a friend that's a man. Am I supposed to marry my enemy? That's another topic for another day. But from that kind of background, and then you get to a certain age and they just want to bring a man. And I already know that I'm not gonna really probably get married early. I'm not trying to curse myself, but it's reality, because you gotta know a man to marry a man, right? And even now that my mom is bringing talk about relationship and all and marriage, she's not really talking about boyfriend or fiance. She's talking about somebody seeing a vision about you. So it's harder for me because I'm like, vision, dreams. Guys, that's another level. And I'm sure I'm not the only one that whose Nigerian mom is asking about marriage, man, relationship, and all of those things from you. And it's so exhausting because most of us are not even ready for it. And if they're starting to ask us about stuff like that now, then we're dead. Because in the next 3 to 4 years, everybody would be asking you, or you would have answered that question like 1,000,001 times that you almost choke. Another very, very hard thing about adulthood is being a female adult, especially in a society where people just feel like, okay, they're entitled to your body because you're a female. You're trying to do something like, I'm not even in the entertainment industry already. I'm still a fashion designer and a writer and all of that. And you want to get clients, right? Like someone is like sending you a DM and like, oh, you make clothes, I want you to make this clothes for me. Like you give someone your card or something, and then they still want you to give they still want you to give them your body before they can patronize you. And I'm like, wait, why? Like, my skill is not enough for me. My skill is not enough for me to like scale through this world. Because I'm a lady doesn't mean that you own my body or that you have access to me or to my body. I'm really angry right now, but it happens. Really happens. Like, you're trying to seek opportunities for yourself, and people are trying to take advantage of you, especially as a lady. People just feel, most men just feel like they should have access to your body because you want something from them. And it's not even like you want them to dash you money. You want to give them something in return for the money they're going to be giving you. Like, you're going to be adding value to their life. Hello, making clothes is adding value to someone's life. But no, they still want to sleep with you. And I'm like, no. It's just so messed up, but it happens. And that's one part of adulthood that you cannot really run away from, especially if you're a female. I'm sorry, you probably would never run away from that. But if you are not actually experiencing stuff like that, I'm really happy for you. Really, I'm really, really, really happy for you. One of the major thing about growing up is relationship, right? Relationship, I'm not just talking about romance, even with your friends and your colleagues and mentors and everything, and also romantically, right? Relationship would try to change you. No matter how someone is like, oh my God, I love you so much, I love everything about you, just the way you are. When you are now into relationship with that person will still like say something like, okay, I don't like this, I don't like that. Like, we're still trying to change you, kind of. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's in a bad way, but last change is just always gonna be there. Like, change is gonna come one way or the other. So it's less for you to know things that, okay, do I really want to change this about myself? Like, is this something that's bad about myself that I want to change? Is something that's good about myself that I don't want to change? You know, you have to have the intuition to not want to change certain things about yourself, because you feel like, okay, this is the original me, this is a good thing about myself, I don't want to change. But also, on the other hand, it could be a good thing because it might be something negative about you that you're supposed to change, right? And you're like, okay, I think I need to change this about myself. That's wisdom, to know things to change about yourself and things not to change about yourself, or the value to keep and the value not to keep. That is not an easy place at all. You really have to check deep and really see, evaluate, and still try to let the person understand that, okay, well, I'm not going to change this about myself because I love it and it's a good thing. And it's just so messy, and I don't even know how to explain it, but you have to always understand. That's why I'm like, okay, that's why I usually say that if you're growing up, before getting to adulthood, if you don't already understand why you believe in certain things, or understand why you don't want to do certain things, it's really going to be hard for you when you grow older, because You're gonna have all of this coming at you, people's beliefs, people's opinions and stuff. Which one are you gonna stick with? But if you have a reason why you're sticking to a particular thing, then it's gonna be easy for you to say, nah, I'm keeping this about myself. I'm not letting this go. I'm gonna hold on to this value. I'm gonna hold on to this belief about myself, or whatever it is. So it's really, really hard, guys. Being an adult is not easy because it's like you're on your own. What are you gonna make of yourself now? And growing up is when you actually make yourself and hold on to certain things to this point, right? So if you've messed up your childhood already, you're at this stage, you don't believe in anything, you can toss your here and there, you're probably just gonna continue like that because you're like, I'm a stable water that don't believe in anything. So this one says this, oh, you move. This one says that, yep, you're there. You're just gonna be on a stable water, which is not good for anybody at all. That's one part of adulthood that's really, really not easy at all. One other thing that's actually not easy for me is saving money, because you have to save money. Like I said, you're on your own, you probably own an apartment. You gotta save money. Even if you're not gonna pay your rent, probably your parents is gonna pay part of your rent for you. You're not gonna pay all for you. You have to save money for rent, and you can't be asking for money for useless things or not so relevant things like making of your hair, buying some clothes. You have to figure out all those things yourself. So you have to save money for those things, right? And if you're an impulse buyer, sorry, you actually have to save money for yourself, which is not easy at all. So you just have to think of ways to save money, try to make this, try to do that, to make sure that at least you have some money to take care of yourself and pay bills that you have to pay, which is one part of adulthood that is not easy at all, and nobody is gonna tell you until it starts, and then you realize it. Oh my god, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. And you can't always be running to your parents all the time because, hello, you're an adult, it's gonna be embarrassing. But please, anytime you get to the point where you know that it's gotten to this place, call your parents. Don't be too proud so you don't die or give yourself away to one man just because of money when you still have parents that can take care of you. Please don't do that. And this actually leads me to like the last point. One part of adulthood is pride. You just have this unnecessary pride. You don't want to ask for help. You don't want to ask people to help you with this, to help you with that, especially when you're drowning. Probably you don't have money, or you need someone to help you with this, with that. You just have this unnecessary ego and pride and feeling that, oh, I can do anything, you know. It's time to enjoy your life, time to feel yourself. Nobody's gonna tell me what to do. I live on my own terms. If you ever get to the point where you need help from your parents or anybody, please ask them. Don't be too proud to ask for help. The fact that you're an adult doesn't mean that you shouldn't ask for help. Don't let adulthood deceive you. Even our parents still seek for help from people that are above them. Don't be too proud to seek for help. Spiritual help, social help, academic help, financial help, any help at all, mental help. Seek for help when you need it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're still a teenager, please enjoy your youth. Embrace your youth. Dwell in it. Because it's gonna pass. And you're gonna be an adult someday, and it's not easy at all. And if you're an adult, stay strong. The Lord is with you. All right, thank you so much for watching. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe to this channel. I would really appreciate it, and it's absolutely free. And thank you guys. I love you. Bye.